Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. Blockchain technology is a big threat to the big four accounting firms, PwC, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, and KPMG. And the reason is because blockchain technology can do the same work or get the same job done as these big four firms for a cheaper price and also at a quicker speed. We already know that accounting, the profession, the sector, it's already being threatened at the moment. By 2040, it's projected that accounting jobs will be gone, or at least basic accounting jobs. We already know today that when it comes to basic accounting, many people don't even go to one. They go and they use TurboTax. They do this by themselves. And to make matters worse, artificial intelligence is going to make the accounting job even more obsolete. Eventually, we'll reach a point in time where with the right technology, the right artificial intelligence, people will be able to do the taxes easily at home, and also even companies will be able to use computer systems to do the system, which will be cheaper and it will be quicker. But of course, this doesn't mean that the job or the role of an accountant will be totally gone. Even in the future, if we have the best technology due to blockchain, due to artificial intelligence, you still will need people in the space to overrun or oversee these systems. So what do these big four firms do? Why do they make so much money? Why do they have the reputation that they have today? It's because they take very complex matters and they put it together. When it comes to a business, for example, they have the financial side. So that includes, the bank statements. And then on the other side, they have documentation. Those are invoices, payrolls, contracts. So it's very difficult for a company to look at their financial statements and also their documentation and know exactly what they have to do. So these firms come in and it actually is very difficult, and that's why they get paid a lot of money. They connect the dots. They're detectives. They put it together and it's all fixed. So that's what they get paid for. They get paid for taking financial and documentation side of the business and putting it together. Now, the reason why they're threatened by blockchain is because by using blockchain, and probably in this case it would be a private blockchain, you're able to have all that information on one system or on one ledger. So no longer is financial and documentation separate. Now you have to connect the dots. Now they're all in one space. And in addition to them being on one space, there's computer code, there's monitoring going on second by second. So you no longer will have to pay these big accounting firms to do the job that can easily be done at a cheaper price, maybe even more accurate, and also at a quicker speed. In the future, you're going to see that we're no longer going to be paid, bi-weekly or, every month. Payments are more likely to happen in real time, especially when we are using digital cash in the future. And this doesn't have to be, Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin. Just the concept of digital cash, even if it's a government central bank digital currency, payments can be done in real time. Like I said, everything will be on one ledger. Documentation, financial, payroll, and you will be able to set it that people can be paid out in real time, or even minute by minute. Now, everything I said here isn't just my opinion. This is the idea going around throughout the whole accounting space, and these big firms know it themselves. If you go online, do the research yourself, you'll see there are hundreds of articles on why the big four accounting firms care about blockchain. Because everything I just mentioned about blockchain, these aren't made up threats. These are real threats, and these firms understand it, and they're trying to take action. I have this article in front of me. The headline reads, the big four accounting firms calling on all blockchain nerds to come nerd out at their firms. They understand, they know they need to adapt. So what are they doing at the moment? They already have started, diving into the blockchain space and seeing, what's the approach they can take. So here are some examples. PwC invested in VeChain, 1,000 staff in the blockchain, targeting the Swiss banking space. Then when it comes to Deloitte, they're focusing on the technical development and implementation of blockchain technology. Ernst & Young, building tools to help companies identify risks in the blockchain. And KPMG, auditing, taxing, and analyzing blockchain integration. So they're also in this matter, they're moving towards, blockchain consultants and also, advising on blockchain. So I think these companies, they really do understand that they do have time now. This isn't something that's happening right now at the moment, but even as I mentioned, even right now, people already are not using basic accountants because they could do TurboTax on their own. And every year it's just going to get, the technology is going to get better and better. And by 2040, computers, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology will do all our taxes for us in real time, quicker, cheaper, and even more efficient. The information will be even more correct. So it's all about adapting, and that is exactly what these companies are doing at the moment. They're adapting, but you can't just adapt, you have to adapt successfully. Some companies in the past that were once giants that didn't adapt, and then eventually when they decided to adapt, it was too late, they didn't do it right, are Kodak and Blockbuster. And if you're listening to this video, you might not even know these companies. Maybe you're 18, maybe you're 20, you might not even heard of these, but these were the giants back in the day. I'm not, I'm under 30, so when I say back in the day, not a long time ago, but these companies were at the top, and you could have never imagined that they would ever fall. It's almost similar to saying today that, Apple and Google won't be around in 10 years. It's kind of a crazy concept to think about, but it is possible that this can happen to any company. It doesn't matter how big you get, you always have the risk of falling if you don't adapt to new technology. And I don't want to discourage you from going into the accounting space if it's something you're in now or thinking you are going to enter in the future, but just be aware that if you do go into this space, the job market or the positions available will be much smaller than you think. And if you do decide to go into this market, make sure to do the best you can, rise to the top, because even in 2040, even in 2050, with all this technology, there still will be a need for accountants or people with the knowledge of accounting to oversee these systems. I hope that you found value in today's video. And if you like my content, I want you right now to go down below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.